Why Champions Center College? Well, there's a huge deficit of biblical knowledge and leadership skills. And I began to realize that a few years ago and wanted to make a difference and help raise the level of competence for believers and for people who really had a call of God on their life to make a difference. So I figured if we're going to be effective, then these are two areas that we got to strengthen ourselves. We got to get more biblical knowledge and we got to get more leadership skills. So I knew that at our church and in the Northwest and around the world that there were people who are primed and ready to be used of God, but they don't have the biblical understanding and or they lack leadership skills and they're frustrated and they're trying to figure it out. How do I change the situation at work? How do I change the situation in our community? And I've got the heart to do it, but I don't know how to go about it. And so, I saw these kind of scenarios in our church and with people, and I thought, you know what, if we could have a college that would help this happen for people, would increase their biblical knowledge, and then at the same time up their game in leadership skills, then maybe we can have some world changers. Maybe we can have some community changers. Maybe we have people who can lead organizationally, whether it's in the corporate world, the political world, the church world, the community world. So that's why we started Champion Center College. That's a great question. Why me? Why would I be the one that God would have come to Champion Center College? Well, I think the most real thing to remember is that God gave you a voice and God gave you influence and that you're the way you are because of why you are. And just remember that there are people in your lifetime that you will influence that nobody else will be able to influence in a positive way. So God put you here on the planet for that purpose, to be an influence in your world. So when you say, why me? Well, it's just really evident that you have to realize and remind yourself that God's got something in mind with me. And I'm an instrument and I'm a tool of God. And the more I understand about the Bible, the more I can speak into people's lives in circumstances and situations. I don't have to be silent when I understand the thoughts, the ideas, and the concepts of God. I can speak up and I can speak from that perspective that people need and want to hear. And the more confident I am also in my leadership ability, when they're looking for leaders at work, well, there's the spot. I can step into the spot. When the community needs leadership, I'm there. When my time comes, in other words, I am ready. It's like David, on the backside of Judean hills, and he's dealing with lions and bears, and he's getting his training. He's getting his Champion Center College is going on. And that's how we honor the potential that God puts in our life, is that we realize it's there, and then we prepare ourselves for that moment in our life, for that time wherever we can step into that place like David, like Esther, for such a time as this. And so I'd say to you that you're here right now to make a difference. So get ready for it and then go on and make that difference you're here to make. So the question is, why now? Well, for those of you who are in a place where you sense God's up to something in your life, then I would say the opposite. I would say, why not now? Procrastination is the enemy of progress. And whenever you put off things that are timely and meant to be a part of your life, you may never get back to that window of opportunity again. And so that's why it's important. If you identify right now with Champion Center College and the purpose of God, and you sense something happening inside of you, then I would say that there needs to be a sense of urgency on checking it out, and there needs to be a sense that this is a window of opportunity that I need to get really serious about, and I need to consider in prayer, and there's never another now. Now is an opportunity, and now is a season, and now is a time that may never come again. And if you go past it in your life, you may never get back to this point. And I really believe that God calls us sometimes inconvenient seasons, and then sometimes in inconvenient seasons. But if we have a willing heart, God makes a way in both of those seasons. So sometimes it's an easy thing to do, just to say, hey, yeah, it's it, I'm joining up, I'm on my way. But sometimes there are challenges involved in saying, now's the time, because we feel like it's not an easy time to do this. But if this is God's time, then I would say open up your heart. You're going to know it's of God. And there's no time like right now to get involved and to make the choice that you need to make toward training yourself and developing yourself and preparing yourself for the future that God has for you. Seize the moment and take action today.